Hey, my name is Blacksfur. Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we'll be reviewing Higurashi episode 4. Now, before I get into the episode, I want to talk a little bit about episode 3, where things got a little bit crazy. Where there's something like a curse in the village. It's like a curse from one of the gods. I forgot his name. I think it's Oyashiro-sama. I don't remember. I just remember it started with an O. So I'm gonna just say Osama. Alright. But basically it's this thing where like on a certain day of every year, somebody, like the curse takes control of somebody, and I guess it makes them kill somebody. And then if I remember properly, it's like one person dies and then there's another person that gets it's like they're spirited away, but they call it demoned away. It's like it kind of sounds like how it sounds, if that makes sense. You basically get snatched by a demon and like transported away into like another dimension or something. I don't know how that goes. But basically there's this police officer that like he's in an investigation with Keiichi. Not an investigation, not kind of like with him, but like basically he wanted to ask him questions and things because he knew that Keiichi knew there's this photographer guy, and basically what there is to believe is that the curse fell upon him, and then he ended up killing this lady that he's with. I don't know if that's his girlfriend or something. But yeah, they're like both missing, and it's kind of like it's like we know that one of them is dead and one of them got demoned away, I guess. Well, that's what we believe happened because it's around the time that the curse is coming again, because it's a year has passed since the last curse, and now we hear that 2 people have disappeared, and it's not a coincidence because when we see them at the festival, and then they both left after they left the festival, they weren't seen again the night or heard of, and we can't just say that we know that they really didn't go missing. They probably did, but something suspicious because both of their cars are still parked in the parking lot at the festival. Oops, well, not both their cars. I mean, her car and his bike. But yeah, like I told you that he's with the police officer because like the police came to the school, called him out of class, and like they're in front of the school talking about like if he's seen the guy, the photographer, and the female because they're missing and their stuff are still parked at the same place they parked them. Throughout this series, there's been multiple characters that will have their suspicious moments where like he would ask them something about something, like trying to figure out what's going on in the city, and then they'll have cold answers, and they would get like real silent, and like it would be like real creepy. Turns out that Rena was like aware of everything that's happening, and she knew that he got called out of school and went inside of the officer's car. I think his name was Oegi. To be honest, I don't remember it like that. I'm bad at pronouncing a lot of anime names unless I watch the anime in English dub, so I can hear the English voice actors say their names. But if I watch it in sub, it's harder. I'm kind of slow. But legit, since she knows about this, she gets very suspicious because she's under the curse. So like we're a little caught up. That was like mainly what episode 3 was about. Episode 4 starts off where episode 3 ends off, which is when she's inside of his house because his parents went out of town, and they told Rena to come by and bring his dinner. Like, of course Keiichi is like, he's against it because recently she's been acting very suspicious, very weird, very creepy, and he recently found out that she's not really new to the town, even though she claims to be new to the town. Her and her family used to already live there, and then they moved out. That's very important to pay attention to, judging that this town has a freaking curse, and then there's people that moved away, then came back. why would you come back? Especially when she already knows about Osama. But basically, she's in his closet. Oh no, wait, that was the other episode. This episode, wait, no. Yeah, she knocked on his door to bring him his dinner that his parents or his mother told, like, she orchestrated. But yeah, she's like all at the door with all these boxes that have food in them. At first, he doesn't want to let her in because he knows that her coming in, it might be there's a lot of weird stuff going on because how she been acting lately. And it's like, he's at the door and he's purposely not opening it. And she knows he's there and like she knows he's not opening it for her. So she proceeds to bang on the door like, let me in, let me in, let me in. If that was me, I'm not letting her in. If you can tell I don't want to let you in and you're banging on the door, he finally gives in, let her in, and yeah. He says that he wants to help her set up the dinner, but she says no, just go watch TV. And that's where he took his L. He actually listened to her, dropped his guard, while she stayed in the kitchen setting up dinner, and he stayed in like the living room, I guess, watching TV. While he's watching TV, he's completely oblivious to her taking apart the food boxes, quote unquote food boxes, opening all of them, and they're literally like inside all the boxes. Across, like she has like all the stuff scattered across the table. It's like all deadly stuff. Like it's all murder type stuff, like ropes, knives, handcuffs, all types of stuff that you could use to kill somebody, dismember the body, and get rid of the body. Well, she probably would have even tried to handcuff him to the freaking table or something and kill him or something. So then when he like walks in the kitchen to check on her, she starts the creepy stuff. Like she's scratching her neck so hard to the point where like she's bleeding and stuff. Like her neck is bleeding. And she tries to stab him with a knife, but then he knocks her back, and I guess like she hit the back of her head, or like she hit her back on the table, fell to the floor. Then like a dummy, he got closer to her. Then she picked up the knife and stabbed him. What a surprise! You got close to her. I really want to know, what did he expect? Like, if you're gonna get that close to her, at least be prepared. Like, he should have had the idea in his head that, okay, I'm gonna get this close. There might be a chance she's gonna try something, or like she probably could just like that's just my way of thinking. Personally, I would have thought she was pretending to be unconscious just for me to get close and her to strike. Clearly, main characters don't think like that. Not this main character. After she stabs him one time already, she gets on top of him and like she's stabbing him repeatedly and repeatedly and repeatedly in his chest over and over again. She stabbed him at least 50 times. And then he still woke up after that. Because like, you know, after she was stabbing, he's hitting her with a nearby alarm clock over and over and over and over and over again in her head. And she keeps stabbing him while he's hitting her, and she's stabbing him, and he's hitting her with the alarm clock. And like, I'm just thinking, like, why isn't he dead already? Fast forward, after she stabs him repeatedly, he wakes up in the hospital with a neck cast on. Why does he have a neck cast on? Like, where's the bandages on his chest? Did he go through surgery? Like, no, because like no regular person would have survived that. So when he wakes up in the hospital, Mion's next to him, and she's telling him that she's like, some more stuff happened. Like, not only did y'all get into that altercation, he said that they saved him. No, not him. I mean, Mion said that basically the doctors, they were able to revive him, but somehow Rena ended up dying. Like, I'm thinking the reason she died, it couldn't be of a freaking, because I know she didn't die to that alarm clock to the head, and he didn't die after being stabbed like 50 times. So yeah, I think like the only logical explanation is she got warped into a different dimension. Had to be. She had to got spirited away or something. But like I said, not only that happened. She tells Keiichi that Rika and Satsuko were found dead. who killed them, we don't know, but we'll find out. Or not. Because the episode ended after that with the nurse coming in asking him if his neck was scratchy or itchy, which was the same thing that Rena was doing before she tried to kill him. And he kind of scratches his neck a little bit and then screams. The episode ends there. So I'm like, did that hurt you? But the 500,000 stabs that she gave you, you didn't scream that loud for that. But yeah, and did I say we were going to find out who killed or how Satoko and Rika died? No, we're not going to find that out because literally episode 5, it's like nothing, none of that happened. Because Rena's there, Rika's there, Satoko's there, they're all there. It's like everything just restarted. Like the past 2 episodes were just a dream. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna just end this video here because I'm about to review episode 5.